Welcome to Las Vegas, a Grand Prix circuit that should favour our Ferrari car with its strong power unit. Not much of an emphasis on aero package here, really. It's kind of... there aren't really many medium speed corners. It's either low speeds, just 90-degree turn and floor it, or just straight lines. So it's a circuit that we really hope to do quite well at. Whether we can or not remains to be seen, but we've been protecting the car quite well for Season 3. You guys are more inclined that we stay at Ferrari than anything else at this stage, and I'd kind of be leaning towards joining you with that opinion, to be honest, with the fact that we could make a move and it go badly wrong for us, as it kind of did moving from Haas to Ferrari. Hopefully, things will shake up in a way that suits us moving into the new season, and we can really go for broke. That's the plan anyway. We are going to have to go for broke today because we will be taking fresh energy store and control electronic components and taking grid penalties, so we'll have a lot of work to do. And hopefully we can do that work very well indeed. Fully dry weekend, of course. Night race in Las Vegas in the desert. Drop the video a like if you're enjoying the save and you're looking forward to Season 3, which is not far away now, of course. Just 3 Grand Prix to go, including this one today. And then, fingers crossed, a championship challenge next season? Either drivers or constructors? That's the dream in Ferrari. It really, really is. Right. Practice, resource points, protect the car, qualify well, race well, get a good result. The car feels good around Las Vegas. We think we've got some pace. We've taken a 20-place grid penalty, though, because of the change to the energy store and control electronics. So unless anyone else is taking a penalty, because we took our penalty early, so we'll take it before anyone else, we will be starting at the back for this next one. So if we're to have a decent result, we're going to have to come through everybody to do so. But I do kind of think it's doable, you know. I think we might be in a good spot here with a really decent car that could perform very well. I'm probably getting well ahead of myself and we'll be super slow once we get to quali, but I'm hoping. Mercedes aren't that quick, nor a McLaren. It's Aston Martin and Haas that are the 2 fastest cars in this save right now. At the end of Q1, this might be a bit of a shock, I think. We were fastest in first practice, but it's only 14th in first qualifying. Judging by everything that went on in practice, with the practice programs and the competitiveness compared to everybody else, I thought we were going to be right up there. We apparently aren't. There's maybe some time in that lap, but not a lot, and I was 0.6 off the pace there. Obviously, it doesn't matter where we finish in qualifying. We will save tyres at some point. We'll save this set for the race, but if I can get through to Q3, then I'd like to, just to try and push some of my rivals further down the back end of the grid. I didn't actually see who went out in that last session, but both Red Bulls are through. Both Mercedes are through, both McLarens are through, both Hasses are through. Charles? Oh, Charles through as well. I panicked for a minute there. Both Aston Martins. Everybody that you would expect to get through is through, so My tyre wear's very good, apparently, according to the practice programme. Like 25% better than expected. So we're going to have to lean on that, I think. Good tyre wear and a good engine. We're going to go quicker, but not by much. Not by much at all. A little bit of wheel spin on the way out of that final turn. We'll try and be quick to the line here. It's probably not through, I don't think. 7th. All right, it is through. Well, we will be saving a set of tyres for the race, but that set of tyres we haven't used at all to get through. So this set of softs that we've saved will come in handy. Charles was fastest. I was only 4 tenths off him, a 29.8 in the end from us. Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen both out. The Red Bulls both eliminated. Checo is another driver, of course, that we're chasing in the Drivers' Championship, although he is substantially ahead of us, but I feel like I'm confident of trying to close him down. Where is Lance? Right with me. Lance is level on points with me in the Championship as things stand. All right, that was better than Q1 for sure. And we do, like we say, we do have a set of tyres we can save here for the race. Haven't used this set at all, so we'll go out on this used set, then run the Q3 only set, and we'll have one set of tyres that are brand new for the race and another set that have done one quali run that are 7% worn, but usable if we need them. I'm going to follow him all the way. It's probably not going to be worth much, but it's going to be worth something. And to the line, 29.4 maybe? Was it? It's P8. We know we're going to start last, or at least very close to last. But we've saved a set of soft tyres. We're 8th fastest in qualifying. Having made it all the way to the end. It was a 29.4. I'm only a 10.5 slower than my teammate, but look at the gap between Carlos Sainz, Fernando Alonso, and everybody else. 5 milliseconds between the two Spaniards, and then half a second to everybody else. That is monstrous from them. Wow. Okay, well, we'll start at the back, but we've got some pace here, and with the good tyre wear we have, according to the race practice program anyway, hopefully we'll still be able to make some good time and score some good points.
It's time to see how.
So we think we know what the grid is going to look like after being involved in Q3, but will anyone else other than ourselves have taken a penalty? We took ours right at the very beginning of the weekend, so if anyone else has taken a penalty after us, then we should be starting ahead of them. Leclerc is 5th. Russell takes my P8. Piastri, then Perez. Perez in 10th. Ocon and Tsunoda. Max 14th only. It's really poor from Max Verstappen. Has anyone else taken a penalty? I don't think they have, actually. I think I might still be 20th. I am indeed. I'm the only one to take a penalty. Typical. Well, I believe it's going to be a one-stop race.
We might be at the back of the grid.
And everyone's on the mediums. And I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a medium hard one-stop when I jump into the race strategy. And indeed it is. Wow.
Push hard, it's Formula 1. Anything can happen.
But because of our good tyre wear, it reckons that we can be 13 seconds faster to the end. 13 seconds, that's nuts. And we might be able to make it even quicker still by boxing a lap sooner. That's crazy. Well, hopefully that works in our favour. I imagine everyone else is also on a one-stop. There's not much between a 1 and a 2, so we might see some two-stoppers. We may well see some two-stoppers. Can we make that any faster? We can, but only just. I do 15, then 16. Well, we'll have another set of mediums to go to. I could run softs to hards, but softs are going to die super quick. Yeah, I could run softs to hards to try and make some places. I could try and make some places by doing softs to hards, but I don't think the softs do 16. In fact, I'm certain the softs don't do 16 laps. But a soft. What about a soft, hard? Let's try that. Soft, hard. No, even that's just not great. Soft, hard is 10 seconds or so slower. change that back to a medium. Knowing that the hards go so long and so well, though, I might be tempted to box slightly early off the mediums. So, like, 18 or so. If I go on lap 18, when we anticipate everyone else going to, like, 21 or so, then that could work in our favour very much so. It's a tight one, isn't it? Between a one-stop and a two-stop with mediums, but running 2 sets of softs isn't going to work, or even any set of softs isn't really going to work unless there's safety cars. But we know we've got plenty of tyres available to us to be able to run whatever we like, really. I've straightened up a little bit there to try and get a decent run. Let's see what we can do here in Las Vegas. Not a bad start. Shogun who gets a terrible start. It's going to be chaos into turn 1. Up the inside of a few, as many as we dare, trying to keep the front wing intact. Contact in front with Albon and Verstappen, who qualified 14th. Pushed right to the edge of the circuit there. Going to nip back in a little bit. Right, we've made a couple of positions, up to 17th. Try and give Hulkenberg as big a squeeze as we can. Apparently we're not very quick in a straight line. Didn't anticipate that being an issue. Have the inside line for this next one, though. They must be using battery, though, to be fair, because I use battery there and we zip back past. Brake hard! We're all right. We're all right. Both Alpines fighting hard for their positions here, but hopefully Nico gives this one up sooner rather than later. Thank you, Nico. Please. Tar. Right, 16th. Jesus Christ. We're going to have to fight tooth and nail for everything we get here today. Hopefully what we do get is some decent points. Lockups galore in front. They're going to be better than us in the traction zones, but hopefully over the course of the full Grand Prix we'll be quicker than we need to be, or as quick as we need to be, should I say. Not using battery here just to see what happens to the gaps, and they are growing, but they're flashing, look, so they've used more battery than I have. And then they're going to be side by side through here, so slow. Max on the curb, Gasly on the curb. Max into a wall, I think, there. Right up the back side of the Alpine here. But he's probably going to make a move on Max, and I'm going to try and make a move on both of them if I can. We've got a run. That's the Alpine. Forced myself a little bit wide with the bump of the curb. Max will have DRS. There's about a 6/10 gap between all of us at the minute in this run. Max flashing already. We've still got plenty of battery left. Gonna have a run on Verstappen, I think. Is he going to go defensive? He is. I'm not going to try it here, though. No point. No point risking the... Whoa, steady. No point risking the front wing. Big gap from Gasly back to Hulkenberg now. So those at the back are falling away. Now we've almost got to bide our time a little bit and wait for our good tyre wear to come into its own. It might be a case of picking off one car here or there. And then later in the stint is when we start to make really good moves. If I can get a run on Max into turn 1, if he goes to try and take someone here. There's a Sauber very, very high up at the minute. It's Ocon, who qualified in 11th, or started 11th after qualifying 12th maybe, and moved forward because of my grid pen. But now Ocon is running 9th. And he's holding up Piastri and Perez, which is good for me, because Piastri and Perez are two drivers that we're challenging in the driver's standings. But Lance Stroll being P3 at the minute, it's not necessarily doing my stay ahead of Lance Stroll in the driver's standings any good whatsoever. Gasly's now fallen well behind, so Gasly's out of DRS range, which is good news. And as these guys, all Constantine, are up behind Esteban Ocon, there are going to be opportunities here that we're going to have to try and make the most of. Max has gone defensive. We'll try and sneak down the outside of him. Just make sure we brake at the right point. It'll be tight. Max is still there. He's very much holding on. Leave him enough room so he doesn't tag the wall, but he tagged me instead. Caught my rear left tyre there, Max Verstappen, but we definitely left him about a car's width plus a few millimetres. We'll still be within DRS of Alex Albon in front. Oh God, they're really getting stuck behind Esteban Ocon now, aren't they, here? I think Ocon might have some damage, to be fair, because that gap's really opening up. Charles Leclerc has made his way to the front of the group in front, though. Charles Leclerc now running P3 for Ferrari here. We're trying to close in on Aston Martin in the Constructors' Championship, of course, so Leclerc, thanks for the lockup, mate. Albon lets me, and then clatters into Max Verstappen, trying to get back onto the circuit. Needs to see that again. Albon getting all out of shape on the way into turn 3. Complete loss of downforce as he tries to turn. The car just locks up. Tries to turn back and runs straight into Max Verstappen, who gave him, to be fair, no room whatsoever to try and rejoin. Not that he really ran off the circuit. Piastri's trying to get around the outside of Ocon here now. Ocon's got to have damage. There's no way that Ocon doesn't have damage running this slowly. We're losing so much time to that group in front. Still comfortably within DRS range, up to P13 so far on lap 5 of 50. A long way to go, more places to be earned certainly. But there's definitely the potential of places to be lost as well if we get anything wrong. So concentration hat on, mouth shut, driving does the talking. That was nervy. The McLaren's going slowly. Thank you. Bye. Piastri getting swallowed. Still got Tsunoda alongside me here.
Right, the gap to the teammate ahead of us. 6.4
And
seconds.
Sergio Perez now my next target in P10. That went very well. It could have gone horribly. It did for Piastri. It's gone from P10 to P14, I think. He lost 3 places there with a poor exit onto the start-finish straight/curve. Well, Perez and Ocon going to be vulnerable later in the lap now. Ocon's really slow around this part of the circuit. Perez might be able to try and have a go at him already. But no, seemingly not inclined to do so. Fine, DRS section will do then. Comfortably stay with them. Got to make sure we get the braking point and the turn in right onto the straight. So we did a little bit of extra wheel spin on exit, but able to counter it with some battery usage, and that battery usage is going to see us soar past Sergio Perez and Esteban Ocon here. Which way are you going, Sergio? Pick a side. He's going that way, I'm going this way. Holy moly! On the inside, the Red Bull as well. And he goes around the outside of me. He drove into the wall of his own accord. That's P9. Lando, come back, please! Perez just drove into the wall all on his own there. Fly up the inside here. He then goes for the switchback. And he's just driven into the wall. Well done, mate. Good bit of driving, that, though. I have been known to be useless, but we've done that well enough. Now then, can we close the gap to that group in front? The two Hasses have been caught by that front group, as presumably they started to battle for the lead and cost each other loads of time. And first to fifth is right with them now. We're trying to chase George and Lando. So far, this has gone tremendously well. From P20 to P9 in 6.5 laps. And now, if we can, we'll try and close in on those in front as well. Charles Leclerc is currently P2, now P3 as the Haas takes him. But that whole front train is coming back towards us here. I know I joked about last to first, but is it a possibility here? Maybe. I'm trying not to get too carried away at the minute. Really pleased to have made it to P9 already, to be fair. As we start lap 9. We're not envisaging pitting for quite a while still. Hopefully we can close in on that front group. And if we can make as much progress through that front group as we did the group behind, with 2 or 3 double overtakes, we'll be very, very happy. 2 Red Bulls sticking with me here, though. Need that battery usage again. Checo's a lot closer. And he's saved his battery up as well. He's staying closer. Sergio Perez, I think, is going to overtake me here. Well, actually, he's just dropped back a little bit more. They're not using quite as much battery as me. And we're with that group in front now. As they're going to battle through here, they'll slow up. Oh, I did not have a good corner though. Here comes Checo. Use some battery to try and defend. We're very nearly with that group in front now though. Although again, a Haas has disappeared out in front, and with no one to battle against him to help him lose time or make him lose time, that Haas is surely just going to ride off into the distance. We are within DRS range of George Russell though. The fight for a podium here in Las Vegas is now very much on. Charles looking to make a move. Charles was P2 not long ago. He's now P7. Positions are being made and lost everywhere. George has left a bit of room, but not enough in the end to actually have a look at him. Someone locked up horribly there. If there's a poor exit through there by anyone again, like there was from Piastri earlier, we will have a look. Trying to keep slipstream here, whilst also not losing a position to Perez behind. Oh, that was heart in mouth. I broke too late there, basically. Very nearly ran into the McLaren. Thankfully, Lando Norris was awake and alert enough to see me coming, but we got George very much leaning on other drivers' talents there, putting my faith in their ability to have the vision to see me coming. Lando's left some room though. Use a bit of battery and go up the inside. That's P7. Hamilton caught on the curb. I thought one of them might have ended up in the wall there. Neither did. Sat right behind, wondering, what do we do? Do we? Do we? Do we? I'm gonna. It was rude. But that's P5. Now it's 2 Aston Martins we need to chase. Leaving my teammates some extra room there. You get a better exit. Very similar exit to Lance Stroll. Not going to close in on him, but the battery will help us extend over Charles. Maintain that gap behind. And we're closing in on those in front. We are very much on for a podium here today, ladies and gentlemen. Very much on for a podium here today. I think you might be right. The undercut, whilst they continue to battle like that, an undercut might very much be strong. Find out what sort of strategies they're on. We've not asked about that yet. Whether they're on a medium hard 1 stop or a medium hard 2 stop. Stroll is on 1 stop. Stroll is on a 1 stop. I'll ask about Charles when the opportunity presents itself. 6/10 a lap. They're stuck behind Kevin. Well, this lot, they're just battling really hard. The gap to Carlos is just growing and growing and growing. I'd be tempted to box very soon at this rate.
They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 13 laps old. We think they've got one more stop.
Yeah, one more for Charles as well.
Lap, 1:34.7.
I'd be tempted to box. We're currently set to box 18. I'd be tempted to box 16. It would mean the hard tyres have to go a very long way, but they do go a very long way. Stroll defensive maybe? No. Alonso and Magnussen getting aggressive on each other though. Oh, and Kevin got a terrible exit, and he's got minimal battery left as well. K-Mag's vulnerable. K-Mag is losing his P2 and he's down to P4. Charles is doing the rocket up the inside move that I tried. And now the 2 Ferrari chasing one another, trying to get towards the 2 Aston Martins. Charles Leclerc fights back on me. Fair enough. Great move. That's what I did to him and Hamilton. Kevin's going to have a look at my inside here as well. This is why everybody has been losing time to Carlos Sainz. Because everyone's too busy fighting with each other to think about the bigger picture of going to get that race win. Carlos is like, cheers lads, bye, see you later. Yeah, I think we maybe box 16 and go for an undercut. It's a big undercut. And we'd have to go a long way on the hards, but we know our tyre wear is very good. Trying to gap K-Mag more so than gain on those in front. Whoa! Nearly someone in the wall. Airplane crash. 3 wide into the left-hander. Charles goes over the curb. I had to get hard on the brakes there. Don't hit the wall, Charles. Charles hit the wall. Oh, man. This is utter chaos. It's always like this at Las Vegas.
Okay, you're in the dirty air of the car in front. Let's get past them.
We've got the inside of Charles.
We're
This time.
approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
I don't know whether I box this lap or whether I try and get in front of Stroll and Alonso and then box. Like we say, whilst we've still got DRS, it's probably an idea to keep trying to extend, isn't it? As soon as we lose DRS, that's when we box. Whether we lose DRS by falling off the back or by being the lead driver. Oh, painfully slow. Our tyres are getting quite worn at the back now. Oh no, that was horrendous. Absolutely horrendous.
Right, let's not stay behind this car for too long. We need to get past.
We will have DRS though, just, but
Okay, information.
that
on
wasn't
Verstappen.
great. Verstappen's got a problem.
Mechanical problem.
Got away with that. That was a big mistake. But thankfully we've held position and a decent gap behind. Leclerc managed to hold off Kevin there as well. He's a bit battery here to defend against my teammate. Want to stay the lead Ferrari for now. Now Alonso's past Stroll, he might get away. This might be the lap to box. Depends how aggressive Stroll can get on Alonso.
So, all of our tyre pressure data is currently reading 0.
That happens every race.
Still looking inflated to you. We're going to guess that it's just a bad sensor. Shouldn't be
Every
anything to worry
single
about.
race, that sensor fails. Just Ferrari things. We're into the pits. And hopefully... Oh,
We
slow
have an issue
front
with
left.
moving the right front wheel. I know it's not ideal, but let's
Wasn't
try
even
and
the
put
right
behind
front, it
us
was the
now
front
and
left,
get back
mate.
into this race.
Learn your left from right, Mark. Have some boxed, or are they just running that far down? Yeah, Daniel Ricciardo and Teo Porcher have both two-stopped. They're both going onto a medium to go again. So we'll come out with them and hopefully keep some DRS, actually, for at least a lap.
Strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
There's Nico Hulkenberg. He's struggling. Very much so. Well, this will be an easy overtake then. There goes any DRS on the two behind. We come out well in front of them. Cold, hard tyres. They don't want to stop. Right. Now then.
Great manoeuvre. You made it look so easy.
Is this undercut going to work, or is it not? There go Carlos Sainz in the box. As expected, lap 21. Carlos Sainz is in. A lot of drivers are in. Half the bleeding grid's going to be in. There you go. Now shall we make some positions then? Currently P17. We're not going to be P17 for long. We're back in the points.
Okay, nice work. Really good job with that target, mate.
P17 to P8. Lovely. We've come out closer. Now this is crucial. We've come out closer to Carlos Sainz, but Carlos Sainz has come out in traffic. So he's going to end up fighting with that traffic and not able to maintain the big lead he had. Huge. A win is on here. I need Zhou Guanyu to get out of the bleeding way though, because he's going to cost me so much time here. I've not even got the opportunity really to wait for the DRS zone. I just need to get past the Sauber. Which we have done. He drove into me, but we've done it. And everyone else behind them, other than that one Haas, is also going to box. We're going to be running behind Carlos Sainz But Sainz has a hefty lead on us. Now we'll find out. Jesus, 10 seconds. Can we catch Carlos Sainz, or is that impossible? Who's got the faster pace in free air? The Ferrari or the Haas? We have a 2.3 second gap back to Fernando Alonso, who, under no pressure now from those around him, is probably going to close up on me. I'm hoping that we can close on Carlos, but I have a fear that the two Spaniards are the two fastest men in any car at any track now. And I might well be fighting Fernando for a P2 in this Grand Prix rather than Carlos for a P1. But if there's a safety car at any point, game the hell on again. Sainz's tyres will be colder than ours. Ours will be up to temperature much quicker. And our tyre wear is better. We will try and close Carlos Sainz over the course of the next 27 and a half laps to go for a race victory. Carlos is, let's say 1-4 or 4-1. Oh, Jesus. I'm going to have to save fuel before the end. We've spent so much time with our battery enabled and so much time with DRS enabled, going super high in the revs in 8th gear at 220 plus miles an hour, that we're using a lot of fuel. Not only do I now want a safety car to hopefully close the gap to Carlos, I think I want a safety car to try and save some fuel as well. We could have a VSC to save some fuel and then a full safety car for a tyre change and close that gap. That would be the dream. Steady. Lance Stroll is out. Oh, he's just gone straight on though, I think. The safety car dances aren't going to be... Oh no, the safety car dances... Oh yeah, he's just gone straight on and retiring. No! Oh! We needed a safety car to save fuel and to close the gap to Carlos, and he's well out of harm's way down there. Oh, you tease! You absolute tease. It helps because Lance Stroll was level on points with me, and he certainly won't be come the end of the race now. Still looking very much like a P2 at the minute.
I've got some information on Alonso.
Oh!
Down.
Tease again!
With their car.
That's huge for the constructors though, with Lance out and Fernando Alonso now with an issue. It's going to be surely a double Ferrari podium.
The track is clear.
With Charles 5 seconds behind Fernando. Fernando's going to tumble. Whether Lando catches him or not, I don't know, because that's a big 15-second gap. So Alonso might still finish fourth only. But we're going to massively close in on Aston Martin in the Constructors' Championship with a 2-3 for us and a 4-0 for them. But I am going to end up having to save fuel here. There's still 10 and a half laps to go and I've only got 0.6 laps worth of extra fuel and we're burning through it quite significantly. So the last 5 or so laps I'm going to end up having to save fuel. There's no threat behind, but we are of no threat in front to Carlos Sainz either. It will be, unless there's a safety car, P2 for us today.
Caution, caution.
Oh, what? Who?
Someone's come on.
Oh!
Yellow flag ahead.
Praise be! I think Carlos Sainz is retiring! I think! He is! We're gonna win! Oh, can you believe it? On that 41 of 50 with the win in the bag for Haas. Carlos Sainz's engine goes bang! Alonso's got an issue behind, so he's of no threat whatsoever either. I am battling with my teammate. It's going to be Ferrari 1, Ferrari 2 here today. Unbelievable. Through goes Chesnoid. I'm so sorry, Carlos. You absolutely deserved the win. I'm going to need to save fuel, but we are going to do, I think for the first time ever in my history on a Formula One gaming content, a last to first challenge that ends up being successful. Can you believe it? Last to first completed. Oh my God. That's the luckiest thing that's happened. We were praying for a safety car, and that was the only way we envisaged getting the victory or challenging for the victory. Now Sainz has gone pop. I've got a 10.5 second gap to my teammate behind, so I can calmly stroke the car home, save the fuel I need, save some wear on engine parts as well, and grab a victory for Ferrari for the first time in my career. Wow. Speechless, he says, having waffled on for about 10 hours. Speechless. So as we come round to start the final lap of this memorable, unforgettable Las Vegas Grand Prix, we will be taking home P1 and 2 for Ferrari. Carlos Sainz led by 10 seconds. He walked into the casino, he bet everything on black and came up bust. It's all red in Las Vegas this evening. Ferrari 1, Ferrari 2. Fernando Alonso will come home in third despite his issues with his car, because basically everybody behind is battling it out like cats and dogs to try and finish in what was fourth, now fifth, as Kevin Magnussen has managed to get a bit of a gap on everyone else. Fuel is on the bubble. We have had to save quite a bit in the remaining 10 laps or so. When we were 10 seconds behind Carlos Sainz, we were praying for a safety car. Not in our wildest dreams did we envisage that his car would just give up. But for the first time in a Ferrari, we are going to win. We finished second twice in our Ferrari career. We've taken a third place podium finish once as well. But we will be finishing 1 and 2 for Ferrari here today. Charles has won and I've come second a couple of times, but this time under the lights in Las Vegas, it's our time to shine. P1 for Ferrari. For the first time in my career, and we very much hope not the last. That's a win. My voice is almost gone because of the way we celebrated Carlos Sainz's decline. A last to first challenge that is successful. Started 20th, won the race. Unreal. If you haven't dropped the video a like, please do. If you haven't subscribed to the channel or followed me on Twitch, please do. There's a lot that you're missing out on. Race winner, this guy. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Is a moment where you have
shaky bottle time.
Nail it, perfect it,
and with a spider in it.
Great stuff indeed.
Gonna raise me trophy too. Sorry, Lucas the Spider. This was from 2020 when we were racing with Jimmy Broadbent in a brand deal. Look at me! A jackpot in Vegas indeed, Yuso. Ferrari 1, Ferrari 2. Unbelievable. Fernando Alonso's done really well. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Hey, look at me go! Woo! And shaky bottle time. Water for me here today, no champagne unfortunately, but a win for Ferrari. Unbelievable, Jeff. Here you go, Lucas, have your seat back. Oh mate, who saw that coming, eh? We qualified 8th. And somehow managed to go from 20th
After an event like that, who knows
to the win.
Fastest
Fastest lap was only a couple of tenths away as well. If I'd had a bit more fuel, I probably could have gone for it in the final couple of laps, because I did my 1:32.3 on the penultimate lap, or lap 48 at least. So we could have gotten a 26-point haul there. It's as it happens, almost maximum points for Ferrari. What does that do for the standings? Charles Leclerc closes in on Fernando Alonso, but he's not going to catch him. Fernando Alonso closes in on Max Verstappen, but he's not going to catch him. In fact, I think Max Verstappen's just won the Drivers' Championship with 2 races to go. Oh no, there's a sprint in Qatar. That's why Max hasn't won the championship yet. I'm up to 8th in the championship now. We've leapt. We were level on 118 points with Lance Stroll. We have leapt from P9 to P8, only 1 spot, but we're now only 6 points behind Sergio Perez. The challenge to finish inside the top 10 is very much almost complete, and in the Constructors, we are only 7 points now behind Aston Martin. There's so much still to play for in the final 2 rounds of the championship. Can you believe that we've pulled that off? I'm now beating my rival, Lewis Hamilton, in the championship thanks to that result. We are getting closer and closer to 83 rated. I don't quite think we'll make it before the end of the season. My 37% recognition has not improved despite my race win, but Charles did come 3rd, I suppose. And, well, the specialist-wise, we're almost maxed out everywhere. I'm still not sure how we've pulled that off. How is my luck? Carlos Sainz, 10 to 11 seconds down the road and gone, entirely uncatchable, and his engine blows up 9 laps from the end or wherever it was. I've not gotten that lucky for a very long time. My driver level rival is still Yuki Tsunoda, but that's nuts. We can improve the powertrain. In fact, I know we can't quite complete this. Very nearly. We will be able to complete all of the preparations for next season after the... in fact, prior to getting to Qatar, because we've just got some more resource points there.
New parts have come through without any issue, so they'll be on the car, ready for the next race week.
So the car is now ready for Season 3, and we can start, once we've got some more resource points, developing the car for Season 3 now. Even more so. We'll head to the race weekend in Qatar, which I believe is a sprint, which is why Max hasn't won the championship yet. So there's 2 races to come in the next episode. One anticipates that it's going to be dry the whole time in Qatar, as it will be in Abu Dhabi as well. Sprint Grand Prix confirmed. No rain whatsoever confirmed. And game on for us to try and get ourselves above Sergio Perez in the championship. It's very much doable now. Qatar is not great for me in terms of strength to the AI, but it is a track that I enjoy. And it looks new, or it is new look this year, of course, with the visual updates to the track. So we'll enjoy it. Whether we're quick or not, time will tell. But that was well worth the watch. Thank you very much for doing the watching. Join me in the next one in Qatar, where we've still got a lot to play for, both individually and as a team. Forza Ferrari. I'll see you in Qatar.